I'm Alex from Takacat Americas, and we're going to put this 300LX back in the bags. So first we're going to take off the accessories. If you have rod holders and wheels, these are real easy to undo. You just push down on these pins right here, and then this will rotate right out. We're going to set these aside. Next we're going to do the oars. This is really easy. You've got these Velcro straps here just to retain them in the out of the way position. This is just a hand nut. Comes right off. Press that button in, these break in half. And the same thing to this side. Comes right off. Break these in half. Now you want to put these caps back on. That way, when we pack the boat away, these don't poke into the hull skin at all. Make sure that you're threading them on nicely. They have little nut inserts, so they should thread nicely. If it's hard or resistant, then you might be cross-threading it, and that's no good. The floor just wedges, or the seat wedges in here. Press in this button. This is how all of these valves work, is you push them in, and then a quarter turn. And that will lock it in the open position. And I do my seats like this, so they get nice and flat. Set that aside. Now comes the fun part. Really, we're kind of letting all the air out of the boat. So we're going to push in these buttons right here and do that. There's in the 300LX and the 260s, both sports and LXs, you'll have these valves just at the back of the tubes. On the 340 and the 380 and larger boats, you'll also have valves up at the bow as well. Same thing for the floor. Now while this is all doing that, there is a strap under the bow. Make sure that we do that. Just to show you here on how this is done, you basically grab this top ring and you pull down, and that will allow it to release. A lot of people are familiar with this style of buckle. It's pretty primitive and simple to use. So pull this strap all the way out, and then the floor will release. And just to get us kind of started with this, I always like to do the first fold in between the D-rings. So you see these D-rings right here, I go in between them for the first fold, and you're just squeezing air out as you go. Try and make it as nice and flat as you can. See, there's no vacuuming needed. Put this boat away. This valve should be pretty easily done from the beach or the deck of a boat. Squeeze as much air as I can out. I'm gonna fold this under, just to keep it nice like that. If you want to keep it nice and stowed, you can take your bow strap and rebuckle it the same way that it was installed on the boat. Just like that. Now we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to take the transom boards out. This is as easy, since this is installed hand tight, it can be removed with just hands. We're going to undo this. Make sure not to lose these little washers here. There's a little rubber washer in between the boards. And then I don't take it all apart. I put it right back together the same way that it came apart on the boat. That way you don't lose any hardware between uses. Just like that. Set this aside. Now, taking these out, it's really easy if you use soap and water to put it together. If your boat is sat in the sun for a long period of time, sometimes these get sticky and the PVC can get stuck to the stainless steel bar. Sometimes you just need to grab here and give it a little twist and it comes right out. Same thing over here, comes right out. And then same thing with this, if you need to give it a little twist, give it a little twist, but otherwise, this guy should just come right out. We'll set these aside. All right, the hard part's over. We're gonna pull the boat wide. So you don't have to do anything crazy with it. You just want to get it nice and wide. You want the floor to be flat. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these bow cones and you're gonna bend these over so they line up. And it's not an exact science, but you want the bow cones to kind of line up with the back of the oar locks. And again, you want a nice flat floor. You don't want this to be crumpled up or anything crazy like that. And you see, I haven't vacuumed the hulls or anything. This is all, something that should be done without the need of any of that stuff. We're gonna just flip the stern right over top of the bows here. And now's when you can just squeeze some air out. Get that nice and flat. We're going to do the same thing over here. Squeezing the air out. It's going to make the next step real easy. All right, so now that that's nice and flat, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take our tube bag, which is going to be the longer of the two bags, or if you have a 260, they're the same length. And we're going to lay our bag right next to the hulls and just make sure that we're not like, if the hull's out to here, it's not going to fit in the bag. So we just need to be mindful of the length here, and that looks good. So what we're going to do, and this is such an easy way, we're going to put our hand right on the keel strip, and we're going to fold this hull in half. You can hear that we can squeeze all the air out of this hull. Now we're going to take our first roll. You're going to try and keep that flat folded from that first fold. And you're just going to roll it nice and tight. Doesn't have to be like super tight. You're not trying to squeeze the life out of it or anything. Just the air. And you're just going to keep rolling. Just like this. And you'll see you've got a nice little Swiss cake roll, kind of a roll here. Now, I really like these bags that we have. They are vented on both ends, but they open. They completely unzip on three sides. So now you can see I'm just holding the boat like this. You could throw, the boats come with a second strap that you can put around. Who needs all that? The bag's gonna get zipped up. You're gonna put the bag over top of the hulls, just like this. I'm gonna reach my hand around and put my hand under that flap. From the last roll, I'm gonna roll the bag over. This is gonna look just like that. We're gonna push this flap over. That flap's gonna creep up a little bit, no big deal. And that are our hulls packed away. So we're going to put this over here. We're going to grab our other bag. This is also a three-sided zip bag. Open this up all the way. transom bars. I like to do them like this so that the little claw is grabbing the upper bar here. Get our oars ready. Our transom, I like to put just like this. Our oars are going to insert just like this. The seat can go just like that. Floor, just like this. You even have room for our optional air inflator. You have room for your hand pump. You will have to disconnect the hose. Otherwise it'll just be floppy and hard to deal with. And even your wheels and rod holders will fit in this bag. Give it a little jiggle. And you persuade the floor to stay in the bag. And there is your 300LX fully packed away in only a few minutes. Now it'll fit in your car, in a locker, and you're ready for your next adventure. Thanks for watching.